In this video, I'm going to help you on assignment 5.1, and we're going to go over 3 of the questions, kind of different levels, so it can help you if you're wherever you're getting stuck. So on question number 1, it asks me to rewrite the equation slope-intercept form. So remember, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So y is by itself. So I'm going to solve for y. So if I'm looking at this equation to solve for y, whenever I solve any equation, what I do is I draw a line down my equal sign and I identify what I need to get by itself. So I circle the y. Now, if I want to get the y by itself, what I need to do is get rid of anything else that's on the same side. So I need to also get rid of 3x. So how am I going to get rid of that 3x? Since it is an adding 3x, I'm going to subtract 3x. So I'm going to minus 3x from both sides. Now on the left-hand side, positive 3x and negative 3x is 0. I bring down my y, I bring down my equal sign. Now, are these like terms? No, 10 does not have an x, 3 does. So all I do is I write down the 10, okay, and then to the side, I'm going to write minus 3x. So if I'm filling in the blanks with my correct m and my b, hey, remember that the number next to x, okay, is my slope or my m, so 3, and also make sure you include whatever plus or minus sign is in front of it. So I'm going to fill that blank in with a negative 3x plus 10. I want to make sure I have the right idea of what my slope is and what my y-intercept is, so that on the next lesson, 5.2, when you actually have to graph them, we've got an idea of where's my starting point and what's my slope. All right, let's look at example number 2, which we're going to do question number 5. So question number 5 asks me to solve for y. Again, you'll notice each of these I'm solving for y because that's the format of y equals mx plus b. So I draw my line down my equal sign, I circle the y, just the variable that I want to get by itself, not the number with it, and I have to identify what I want to get rid of. So I want to get rid of 12x and I want to get rid of 4. And you always get rid of whatever is the furthest away from your variable, and then you work closer. So what's further away, 4 or the 12x? Well, 12x is further. So because it is a positive, it's adding 12x. I'm going to minus 12x. And if you do it to one side, you do it to the other. I'm going to total everything that I have. 12x and 12x make 0, so it's gone. I bring down the 4y. I bring down my equal sign. Now, 28 and negative 12x are not like terms because they both don't have x's and they both don't have no x. So I bring them down in order. I bring down the 28 first because it's on top, and then I bring down the minus 12x. Now, on the last problem, we were done here because y was by itself. But as I see on this problem, y is not by itself. Y has that 4. So in order to get rid of the 4, I have to say, okay, how do I undo multiplying by positive 4? Well, how do I undo it? I divide. So I'm going to make a big fraction bar underneath both of these things. I'm going to divide by 4. And I'm going to simplify. On the left-hand side, 4 divided by 4 is 1. So I'm left with y equals. And on the right-hand side, I'm also going to simplify. 28 divided by 4 is 7. Negative 12, and we always include the sign that's in front of that x. So negative 12, not positive 12. Negative 12 divided by 4 is negative 3. So I write down negative 3x. And now I just need to make sure I fill in the blanks correctly. So my b is whatever is the number by itself. So that's 7. So 7 is without the x, so it's going to go in that blank. And my m, which is my slope, is negative 3. So that's what's going to go in that blank box right there. All right. Last example, let's go over number 7. So it says to rewrite, solve for y again. So I draw my line, I circle my y. Now, a lot of the times people see this minus sign and they're like, oh, that means I need to add 12x because the opposite of subtraction is addition. Always check yourself to make sure that that cancels out. Well, does 12 plus 12 equal 0? No, it equals 24. So what is it that I'm supposed to do? I'm not supposed to add. I'm supposed to identify whether this 12 is positive or negative. It's a positive 12. And since it's adding, I'm subtracting to solve this. So I'm going to write minus 12x on both sides. Total everything up. What am I left with? That's gone. I bring down the whole negative 2y. I bring down my equal sign. I bring down 36 first because it's on top, and then I bring down the minus 12x because it comes second. How do I get rid of this negative 2 in front? I'm going to divide by negative 2. I'm going to divide everything by negative 2. So I'm going to divide 36 by negative 2. And so if I bring down my equal sign, 36 divided by negative 2 is negative 18. And make sure when we divide the second term that we take whatever is in front of that 12 as a positive or negative. So it's a negative 12, and I'm dividing it by negative 2. That's a positive 6x. This cancels out to 1, so I have y equals negative 18 plus 6x. How do I put that in slope-intercept form? My number next to x is positive 6, so I'm going to put positive 6 in front, and I don't need to write the plus sign, just the 6. And what am I going to write in that next blank? My y-intercept is the number by itself, and it's negative 18. So I'm going to place a negative 18. And that's it. Hopefully this helps with assignment 5.1. If you have any additional questions, please don't hesitate to reach out, and have a great night.